Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is the inaugural episode of Defemember 2023. It is an along that is hosted by, wait a minute, sheets here, that is hosted by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa at Louisa Heinzel. I thought Louisa had a name title for her channel that was kind of like Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, Louisa at da-da-da-da-da. But apparently not. So, in any event, I'm just so excited. So, today is day one, and the prompt is opening, and the German version is Eröffnung. So if we ever get stuck and we want the German word for it, it's Eröffnung. So it's opening. So this needs a little bit of flattening, I think. So what do we have for goodies? First thing I have for goodies is my freshly made cup of tea. I put too much milk in it, and so I can't put the cap on it yet. And I feel like I need to put the cap on it before I start doing anything too serious, because I'm liable to spill it, and that will just be sad. Sadness and tears for everyone. So, let's get this back open again. So, on the plan here, we have Defemember on the weekdays, and then we have weekends free. And so, I think my programming should be Defemember on the days that there's Defemember. I am doing a mindfulness advent calendar for the first 24 days of December. So there'll be a short video, I think, that happens for that every single day with the prompt. I found among my stuff a completely unopened watercolor journal. So there is a woman, Andrea Nelson, who does really easy watercolors, and so I think this might be an option to just crack her open and start playing around. And we also have Cindy at Studio Lou at the start of every month, first of every month, on her Patreon account, and I believe it's for all levels, will publish a journal with me 17-page of ephemera that's either collected, drawn, produced in some way or another, and essentially lightly thematically created for the season. So in spring there will be spring light stuff, and let's say Halloween there might be a couple of Halloween things, but it's not exclusively to that. There's a lot of material that can be used year round. And this yummy package is what we have for December, and I have these two yet unmade flippy floppy things, ephemera booklets that I would like to fill, and so I think using this and using that is another thing that I can do on my off time, presuming of course that I have done the whole thing in the time allotted on the days specified. Oh, I think we're just about at the time where we can put that tap on. Oh, I'm certain you've tuned in to hear me slurp on tea. Okay, there we are, that's enough. That's hot. Good hot tea. Weather check. It is snowing, big fluffy flakes, because it has gone from rain to snow, and that means there's just a lot of moisture in the air, and it means that the snowflakes clump, so there's these big plonks of snow. So let's put this away. We're at opening. Okay, so opening, I was thinking about what I could do today for opening. So one thing I can do is open this box, which when I received it from Cindy at Studio Lou, I opened and I went through thoroughly. I have literally no recollection of almost every item. I can tell that there's probably some fabric because there's a little bit hanging out of the edge. And because I watch her channel religiously, I probably have seen bits and pieces of some of the stuff that's in here, but I couldn't tell you. The other thing, which I'm much more successful at remembering because recency theory, is this Munchy Crunchy journal that Shell at Shell's Creative Chaos made for me for the express purpose of Defemberember. And she did a lot of very fun personalized things in here. She made it predominantly of cats because if you're even a vague, infrequent, new viewer, you might know that I have a cat, Gracie, who is a handful. She's currently asleep, so we might have a fighting chance at getting through this. So we've got that, we've got this. What we have to do is open it. And then also, think about opening. So, opening, to me, could be the start of something. For December, I think very specifically of opening gifts. So, whatever event it is that you celebrate, there is usually some exchange of something or other. It could be food, could be bringing flowers, best wishes, whatever it happens to be. Certainly the people who celebrate Christmas will have gifts. Most people will have gifts. So I think that these two things are 100% gifts in the extreme, and so I think I'm gonna just tuck that in there so that I don't lose it. So I want to decorate the outside of this kind of like a gift, and because everybody is amazing, I can do things like that. Oh, okay, I'm super excited now. I am. Okay, so I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I have been so looking forward to Defemberember. Partly because I feel like I am at the table with Shell and Cindy doing this, like that they are somehow here. And they are here. It's Michelle's book and Cindy's ephemera. And I spent November having one little piece, gluing it on a board, and then stopping. And I feel like there's a little bit of pent up, I want to go make things happening. So if I'm going to do this, then what's going to happen is I'm going to have to take some of this offline. And bless Cindy's heart that she has given me some floss, which is super great color. I want to cut that bit off, but I do like that bit a lot. So what I might do is pick it off. Oh yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I am certain that one of the great pleasures that I have with junk journaling is the taking apart of things. I don't know why. I think maybe one was taught as a kid, don't touch that, don't break it, don't see what's inside. And I think I was a kid and I'm an adult who has an insatiable curiosity. Like, well, what's that then? She says with some demanding to know what it is. And taking things apart is part of that. Oops. This is a fabulous piece of fabric. What I might be able to do is do a light gluing and then do some stitching afterwards. Of course, stitching, I think it, oh, bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you, Michelle. So that was me checking to see whether or not she had a hard cover or a soft cover, and it's soft cover, so I can bend it to sew it. Oh, triple bonus points for that decision, Michelle. There we are. Okay, so now I have a very thready piece of this material, which you cannot find this kind of material, at least I can't find it on any kind of regularity. So when I get it, it's like, ooh, I love this. So anyways, squirrel, back where we were. 100% go in there. This feels turned down. Okay, so that was the top. Yes, okay, well, that's all right. We can do that. Take that off. Got 30 threads. It's going to take me an hour to put one piece of lace down. Have I mentioned that I'm just super excited? I'm super excited. You know what? We might do that. There we are. Okay, so this is the sew on. What else do we have here? So I need, what do I need? I need to get up this. I felt like I need a stitch ripper for some of this work. I don't know, maybe. Not sure. And this also needs to go in here now, too. Oh, this is dyed. So I could pleat that. Okay, so that's an option. Ooh. I'm bouncing up and down because I see the next piece of fabric. So this is gorgeous. Look at all those pink flowers. So I think I can use some of the pink flowers. So we can place that. Also, not necessarily a programming note, but an FYI for anybody who is really into fiber and making Christmas stuff. Rachel at Roxy Creations and her sister Sarah are doing a Roxy Christmas fiber challenge sewing thing. And today was the launch. And today's theme is hearts. And the reason why I bring it up is because Rachel was using these kinds of trims to decorate hearts. I don't need a heart because I have a journal. Okay, so we've got this. This might be nice as an edging. Oh. Michelle and I, Shell's Creative Chaos and I, always watch Cindy take apart journals with a certain amount of awe, because Cindy just goes and they come apart, and I couldn't take apart a children's 18-page staple book. And I feel that demonstration was very on brand for me. It was not, oops, there we are. That was not the smoothest thing. I want to take that off too, I think. Okay, that didn't tear well. So I'm just going to trim it as much as I can along that line. we are. So, is there anything else in this? This is, I need to sort of open that up outside of the camera. Oh, okay, there's buttons. Yeah, I think I'm going to be good with that, but it's a large piece, so I'm just going to put that aside. Now this is also going to be something that is going to be super good to put over. So I'll have that. This is the book stuff. So, oh, that's a little fun piece. Okay, okay. So, where are we here? That might have been one of the things that was sticking out. So I need to put that over to the side. So we've got paper. So what am I doing? I'm looking for, ooh, okay. This is almost material. So I'm doing a first pass at seeking out the material bits and resisting the temptation to dive right into the paper. That's a fun piece of paper. That's a fun piece of paper too. Oh, I didn't even notice this, I don't think. This whole piece is part of the, Okay. So, got that. This is a book that Shell's Creative Studio, Chaos, gave me as part of images that we can cut out, but I don't think it is for the title page, or at least the cover fun. So I like these circles. These circles are amazing. This is paper that she probably got somewhere that is very light, and it has circles placed into it. And I think these are yellow paper that is plunked in. And she may have done the exact same thing that I want to do, which is selectively fussy cut out the color she wants. There. So I got that. I think I might just cut that off to make it a little bit more manageable to handle. So that, oops, got that, and that. Okay. Now where'd it go? Oh, here. Yeah, so there's a right side and a wrong side. So that's the right side, I should say. And let's do two. Let's do these two and see what we get as a result. Or we could cut out all three. Let's cut out all three, and then we'll have the three cut out. Well, we're just gonna go over that. Okay, got that. Fold this up neatly. And then there's this piece of pink, which I really like. Now then, my thought for this might be to do that. So let's, yeah. Okay. So I know how they are going to go down. Come on. Oops, uh-oh, thing's falling apart. It's not falling apart, there's bits inside that are falling out. So, oops, this way. Oh, yes. That's gonna look great. Okay. So we need to trim, get this a little bit more. I gotta get rid of that at least. And trim a little bit better around the circles. Okay. Where'd it go? Maybe it's here. Okay. I gotta make sure that, so there we are. Get rid of that. So we can do this. There. So that's going to go down like that. That's going to be like that. That's going to be like that. We have 2 more of these. Okay. I need to do something fun with that. And let's just, for grins, see if I can break. Sorry for the jiggling. I'm looking for the weakest one. Here we are. I'm going to see if this will punch. Oh! Yep. Okay, that was a lot of excitement. So I feel like I've just made a bunch of buttons. So we can probably do that. Stampy stamp. Let's cut that. And also save it because we have a 4-space relief that, as one might say, could come in handy in the coming days. Here. Got 2 of those now. Okay. Gonna jiggle a bit. Sorry about that. Small. We will see how even these buttons come out. I'm not so sure that they will be even at all. But I'm not so sure even that the evenness is important. There, so they don't go all the way through. And they're a little, oops, they're a little stuck. I think that's okay. Because we can just go up and down like this. Okay, so how many more do we have? 1, 2. I'm gonna get greedy and try and punch more. And 2 this time. doing good. Now, I don't know what the rules are for adding color or other colors, because part of me wants to add red. Yeah, that's going to be, so that's a thing that I've got to put aside. Okay, so we're going to do that. I've got these blessed little dots all over. Maybe I just do the pink. Let's see what the pink is like. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 large ones. And let's always got to do a test on your smaller ones. Always a very big fan of testing anything. Because testing is where you do the maximum amount of learning. And if something doesn't work, you are learning at even a faster rate. But you don't want to learn on your good stuff. Though sadly, sometimes that's what happens. Yeah, these will be all right. Okay, so what, yep, that's it. So I think this will be a planning video. And I will have the weekend and, well, when I turn the camera off, to do the sewing. There's a basketball game on tonight, so that's pretty great. Does that go that way? I think it goes that way. Oh, yes. Where'd it go? And I can do that, or I can do a similar kind of idea, something brighter. Or this. This could be a nice behind this kind of thing. One of the things that I don't do very well, I don't think, is layer. So I will have a flat piece and it'll be a flat piece and that's all that it will be, as opposed to somebody like Louisa Heinzel. Louisa Heinzel, she hasn't met a layer that she can overlayer. She has sometimes 8 and 10 layers of processes done, pastes and colors and manipulation and all that kind of stuff before she's finally satisfied. So I take her as inspiration. Oh, speaking of inspiration, I just spied it on my desk. So this is part of Shell's gift to me, which was an advent calendar. And this is, boy, doesn't that ever change the color? just changes it completely, doesn't it? Wow. Or I can do something like that. Do that. I don't want to do that because that's going to be the yellow. Where'd this go? Where'd it go? Okay, I have too many things going on at the moment. I need another one of those. Here. They are all generally the same shape. Yes, they are. Okay. And I think my sewing it down is going to be as, it's not going to be as, it will be primitive, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Which means that it's just going to be straight up and down stitches. There's not going to be any tuck under, any hemming or whatever. It's just going to be pure attachment. There, I like that. And so maybe all we need is something kind of small. Maybe we need another circle. Let's try that. We'll do that to the extent possible. And it will be as close to a circle as we can get. There. Ooh, that is a square, not a circle. But that's okay. And we also don't want to cover up too much of the numbers because there is a lot of very specific decision making that Michelle did in picking the cover material. I am a math person, I suppose, by trade. It's certainly one of the great loves in my life. I'm a STEM girl. So I am happy to have numbers. There and that. So that should be, so I need some pins, I think. There we are. So I think, so I'm gonna have to probably sew this down in layers, which is fine. I am not the least bit burdened by hand sewing. And that's going to kind of go there. So it's going to be that. My other little bit. That goes there, that goes there. This is going to go down the spine. I'm going to put that out of the way. Oh dear, my little buttons. And I wonder if I could fold it, what that would look like. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. So one of the things that we can do with this is create a little heart and put that on like the back. What do I want to do? Okay, so how do you draw a heart? Well, the heart is easy. The symmetry is what's the tricky part. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. That looks fabulous. Okay, so we've got that. Put that aside. What else do we have here? So I could take the heart and put it on a bit of lace. I could take the heart and put it on a bit of this. So there's elastic in that. I'm gonna cut that here and keep the buttons and whatnot for later. There is a little elastic. And where did I put my seam ripper? Oh, I can't see it. Kind of want to press this. Burk. There we are. Now we have a nice wide piece of material. Which way is up? So I will be 100% pressing this material. Tonally, it does not work. So at least we have it done. How about this? A little scrappo piece of this. Tone matters in color, I think. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. We want to do it on a scrappy end? Yeah, we could do it on the scrap end. Here we are. And this also is likely to get a press. But then you can do that. And I kind of like this. It's kind of like a little skirt for the heart. What is it? Oh, you have no idea what's going on in my brain. So there was a song, probably a total eclipse of the heart, a skirt for the heart, a total eclipse of the heart. It just made me make that connection. So that'll be on the back. So that doesn't need pinning because I think that's paper. And we should see about this. It's this side. I wish I could hear you going, no, don't do that, or oh, that'll work. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, let's do it. Let us do it. We are learning about layers. So I'm going to put all of that aside. So we've got one, da 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 da. Here's our sew-y thready. Pins we don't need. Here's the button. So I'm going to put this to the side because I think we are good to go with that part. Oops, and I got that for the back. And there we are. And so this is going to be my opening, the opening of a gift. And I'm going to create, you never know. Oh, and I didn't ever use this one. Oh, there's the seam ripper. I didn't ever use this, which is probably okay. I could do that. I don't know if it improves it. Or does anything for it, if you know what I mean. If I were to do it, I feel like I'm starting to quote Shakespeare. Were it to be done, were well that were done quickly. Or words to that effect. Macbeth. I wonder if we could do, so how big is this? So to just do like a 3-layer floofy. Yeah, sorry, didn't mean it to sound that. Oh my goodness. That's what I will, this is how we will proceed. I didn't mean to sound quite so guttural. Wow. Okay, so we are going to cut around here-ish. There is a woman on the internet who is on Instagram, and she is a Minnesota farmer, I think, and she's doing all kinds of like arts and crafts and wrapping kind of stuff. And she has a bunch of taglines, and one of the things that she says fairly frequently is, do you see my vision yet? And I feel like I'm asking you that. Do you see my vision yet? Do you see where it's going? So I want a thin and a medium and then a thick. How? So we need to do some math. Cover your ears if you don't like it. So 8 inches. So that's the length. If I have 2, 3, and 3, that won't work. So 1, do it again, do a different color. So if I do 1, 3, 4. So if I do 1.5, do 2.5. No, it should be 3.5. 1.5. 3. 3.5. Yeah. I think 1 inch will be not wide enough because that will get buried in it. Yes, okay. So, where is me Regal ruler? Be right back. And all this needs to go here, gently in a pile. I've got to, wow, do I ever have to undo my bin. I would love to tear this, but I don't think it's terrible. Tearable, not terrible. So that's why we have our roly, our holy roly badoli. Oh, I've got 13 minutes left. So we've done a good job. Oh, it isn't even the thing. There we are. Does it rip? It does not. Nope. One and a half. Which is probably a skosh more. There, so there's one. Then ooh, it's snowing outside like nobody's business. I'm taking a pause for some tea. It's starting to accumulate. So my grass is starting to be white, and the grass in the back 40 is starting to be white. And we're just off a full moon, so one of the beautiful things about snow is that it reflects light. So November is dark and stormy, the clocks change back, and there is a lot of darkness, and there is a lot of darkness without snow. But as soon as the snow comes out and you have snow that remains overnight, everything is much, much lighter because the light is bouncing all over the place, and it's very, very well lit. I mean, it's not good you can drive in it lit, but certainly you can see a whole lot more detail than you would otherwise. So what am I doing here? So that's trying to get 3.5, 2.5, 3.5. Okay, well, that's all right. Ish. 3, yeah. There. There. Oops. There. Okay. So here's my vision. All of that, and all of that, with the buttonholes. On top of the circles. On the spine. we shall see if that works or not. I think you will need to stay tuned for tomorrow's episode to find out whether or not this works, because I am not entirely sure. You know what we can do? Yes, we can. We can pin some of this. I don't think I need to. Do I want to iron this? Well, frankly, I always want to iron everything. That's my costumer gene expressing itself. You should iron everything. Well, you do you. That's what I need to say, is you do you. You iron or not, please yourself. I like an iron. Yeah. I think I got an iron. So I think we know where we're going. What we have done then for the opening, day 1 of Defemember, is we have created a cover that is just full of interest, and I don't want to say gift-like because it doesn't really look like a wrapped gift, but that is the idea behind it, because it is a gift both from Michelle and from Cindy, and I want to honor them and use as much of everything that they have sent me to make as much art as I possibly can, because I think that's the point. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow for Advent Day 2, and possibly at least the update for Defemember. And if there was anything else that I was able to get up to or think of between now and then, I will do that tomorrow as well. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company. Oh my goodness. So, some of you know exactly what I'm doing. Oops. I always appreciate your company. Oh, there we are. There we are. And for Michelle, this is what reminds me of your owl. Anyways, that's all for now. I gotta go before I get into trouble. Thanks so much. Bye now.